first this morning.
Good morning, Joe and Lauren. We're starting off with a dense fog advisory in north central Arkansas. This goes until 9 o'clock this morning, where we're at less than 5-mile visibilities in Harrison and in Mountain Home, at about 6 in West Plains. Right now, getting very foggy down in Branson. It's 43 degrees right now, still warmer than we were at this time yesterday. 50 in West Plains, 46 in Mountain Home, and 50 here in Springfield. We're about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday, and today is going to be our last day for our warming trend. Temperatures this afternoon will make it into the upper 50s. I think we make it close to 60, especially closer to the state line. Then a front's going to come in. That's going to drop a couple of light showers, not looking at any torrential rain with these showers. And then that will push through. And look what it does to our temperatures. They're going to be in the 20s tomorrow morning, significantly colder through the day tomorrow. Temperatures only going to make it into the lower 40s. That is going to be closer to average and with mostly cloudy skies. Starting off the day Friday, looks like we're going to have an icy mix and some freezing rain for the morning commute, so it looks like some slick spots are possible, and then that will transition all over into a cold rain for the day on Friday with temperatures in the 40s. We'll stay in the 40s for the day on Saturday with a mix of sun and clouds. Mostly cloudy on Sunday, temperatures in the 30s. If you're heading up to Arrowhead, temperatures are going to be in the 20s, so you're going to want to bundle up, and we're staying in the 30s for the beginning of next week.
A story new for you this morning. January is National Mentoring Month, but 1 in 3 young people will grow up without one. We visited Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Ozarks to learn the impact a mentor can have on a child's overall development. They say mentoring guarantees someone in their formative years that there is someone who cares about them. That relationship can have a positive effect in a variety of situations. At-risk youth who have a mentor are 55% more likely to enroll in college as well. As a math specialist, Melissa Potts works very closely with young ones and understands this importance.
For whatever reason, men are just more reluctant to sign up, but what they don't realize is they have the opportunity to really impact a young man and show him, what life can be, depending on the choices you make.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Ozarks is hosting a Bigs orientation today from noon to 1. Find the story on ozarksfirst.com for more information if you're interested in signing up.
A traffic alert for you now. The Branson Public Works Department will close East Long Street for the next 2 days. Crews there will be repairing the railroad crossing at East Long and Branson Landing Boulevard. A driver should take an alternate route and follow the detour signs that will be posted to reroute traffic. The work is expected to be completed by tomorrow afternoon.
We also have some political coverage for you. Missouri Governor Mike Parson's State of the State address is today. We're expecting him to focus on workforce development and job training in his speech. Other topics the governor is likely to address are transportation funding and ways to fight crime. Now, lawmakers from both major parties have differing opinions at the moment of how Missouri is doing.
As far as the budget goes and as far as, what we should be feeling, the tangible impact that we can have on Missourians, I think we're in a really good spot. Hopefully we can continue that.
We're not taking care of the developmental disability community. We have a wait list for the first time in years where people who need care from institutions don't have that access. And so those are tremendous priorities in the healthcare arena.
Another priority for Democrats in Jeff City is Medicaid expansion. We'll have coverage of the State of the State from Jefferson City later on today.
Some need-to-know information now about voting in Missouri. The Missouri Supreme Court shot down a controversial piece of the voter photo ID law yesterday. 5 of them were in favor of not requiring a photo ID when voting, against the 2 who voted with IDs. The law has already been changed multiple times, though. It required Missourians to represent and present a photo ID when voting, but was stalled in 2018. It also required people who showed up to vote without a photo ID to sign an affidavit saying they are who they say they are. The final word for now, you don't need to show a photo ID to vote, and signing an affidavit to prove identity, at least according to the Missouri Supreme Court, is unconstitutional.
It's been a hardship for a lot of people to be able to fulfill the requirements for that photo ID. And our contention as the league has always been that there is not a problem with voter fraud, that this is more voter suppression, making it harder for people to be able to vote, when voting should be one of those things that can be the easiest thing we do as a citizen.
Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft has not gotten back to us for a comment, but he did say this in a news release. The people of Missouri made it clear in November of 2016 that it is reasonable to require a photo ID to vote. That voter ID law strengthened protections at the ballot box and, just as importantly, expanded access to the ballot, ensuring registered voters would no longer be turned away on Election Day.
Around the Ozarks now for you, a head-on collision has taken the lives of 2 men in Howell County. The Highway Patrol says 19-year-old Harley Collins was driving east on US 160 just outside of South Fork. His vehicle crossed the center line, hitting another car driven by 47-year-old Billy Ferris. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene.
In some more local news, 2 Greene County Sheriff's deputies were recognized yesterday for helping out an elderly couple. Last month, deputies Austin Adams and Chuck Baxter responded to a woman calling 911 asking for help with her laundry. Deputy Adams knows it was an odd call, so they didn't know what to expect. Upon arriving, they discovered the couple was immobile. Now, Deputy Baxter stayed with the couple to make sure everything was okay, and Deputy Adams went to a store and got supplies for them while also getting the man medical care.
They're very, very thankful. They kept wanting to give me money, and it's like, no, it's fine. Like, just take care of yourself, and they were very appreciative.
I hope that people see this story and know that we're out there to help them. We're not out there just to write tickets and make things difficult for people. We like to help and do what we can to make sure people are in good shape and have everything they need.
All right, certainly a good story from those guys. Thank you very much for helping out. Let's take a look now at what's coming up after Daybreak.
I'm Anthony Mason. Coming up, the rising price of a drink, why it's become much more expensive to go out to a bar, and where all that money goes. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
I thought the answer there was bartenders' wallets.
Oh, yeah.
Right? No? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. We want to show you what's trending on Google, as always, this morning. First up, while you were sleeping, a recall has been announced for Toyota and Lexus vehicles, more than 700,000 of them affected. And it is because of a fuel pump issue that will have cars stalling while driving. So this is for 2018 and 2019 models. It does not include hybrids. And really scary, actually, part of the recall is that there is no remedy yet. They're trying to figure it out, and they say once there is a fix, you can get your car fixed for free if it's affected, but they don't know why this is happening yet.
Always got to pay attention when those recalls happen. Don't think, oh, it couldn't be me, right?
I know, yeah. And so they say you should get a mail notice by mid-March if that does include your vehicle.
All right, so something really to watch out for there.
Yeah.
We're also looking at what's happening over in the Philippines with the Taal volcano right now, because there have been earthquakes. I'm seeing pictures of fissures in roads. The roads are splitting because of this right now, and evacuation orders keep increasing there, right?
They say an eruption of the volcano could happen today, but there is drone footage of the volcano that, you know, from the drone point of view in the air, it looks like it may have calmed down, but officials are saying that's not the case. You can't see what's happening on the inside, so it's really dangerous that people are ignoring these mandatory evacuations.
You've got the technology now to use a drone to be able to get in there. You didn't have that several years ago. Like,
that is pretty cool.
You know, this is nice to see. Take advantage of that and know what's going on, right? That's what I would think.
Yeah, something to watch out for today.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best out there.
All right, one last check also of our forecast, because we're heading out the door. People are going to school and to work. What do we need to look out for, Beth?
You know, just grab your rain jacket. We do have a chance at some light showers today, but overall going to stay dry. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s, and then tomorrow is going to be noticeably colder. Temperatures in the 40s, and then we could have some wintry mix, some freezing rain to start off the day Friday. That will transition all into a cold rain for the day on Friday, so just something to keep an eye on.
All right, enjoy the 58 degrees today, right?
Yes.
All right, everyone. Thanks for starting off your Wednesday morning with us here on Daybreak.